Hi YouTube friends, this is Shozy G, and I'm here with Jolie in her new snowman costume, you may remember, and we are going to make a Christmas tree costume for Maggie, my other doll. She is right here as well. There she is. She's very cute. She's a Madame Alexander. And she was in the pumpkin costume from Halloween. So that's what we're doing tonight. And I got all my supplies here, and basically what you need are scissors. I have 2 pairs of scissors, a heavy duty pair, and then my little lightweight scissors. Here they are. I haven't used those as much. My pencil, my felt, some pom-poms. I got some little swag here, which are old beads. They're not old, but they're beads that you can get from like a party supply store. My glue gun and glue sticks, and then some puff paint in various shades of green. And then I also have some, it's glitter glue, but when you paint it on, it looks like glitter paint. It just highlights things, and I just had this just in case. Okay, so what I already did was cut out 2 templates. This is my Christmas tree template that first I measured the doll, and Maggie is smaller than Jolie. She's 27 inches around, Jolie's 30. And with my handy dandy, it was actually from IKEA. It was a measuring tape, and I made this template based on that. And this is what I drew out. These are the lines I placed Maggie down on the paper, and then I drew around her arms and her body. These are the lines here, that you see here. And then what I did is I went back and I drew my template that I wanted for the Christmas tree. I like big bulbous shapes sometimes, kind of Dr. Seussical. And then I folded this in half, this paper in half, so that my lines would be the same. And then I cut them out so that they would be the same. And then I put this piece onto a piece of felt, and now the felt was not as big as my template. The felt sheets are only, they're a little bit smaller. I do not have one next to me to tell you the exact size. It is it doesn't say. I think it's like a 8 by 10, and this is a little bit bigger because it went over, but that's okay. What I did is I just cut in here and here, and then I just kind of compensated. It turned out fine. I went back, these were squared off, and I went back and I just trimmed the edges a little bit. So you can see I just trimmed the edges. That's all I did. And then I went back with my secondary color of felt, a lighter green. I didn't know what I was going to do exactly, if I was going to stuff the tree or not. I decided that I'm probably not going to stuff the tree because I have so many ornaments that are going to go on the tree that I don't want to make it too heavy for the doll. So this time I'm not going to stuff it like I did with the snowman costume and the pumpkin costume. But I did get enough felt in case I needed to. I got 3 pieces of the dark green and then 2 of the light green. And what I basically did, as you can see, I just went and I cut my pieces however I wanted them, and then I cut them down so they wouldn't be too overwhelming, to make kind of like just patches on the tree, to make it more than one-dimensional, to make it 2-dimensional, so that it doesn't look flat. And that's where I'm at right now. And now I'm going to and again a hot glue, because I don't, my sewing machine is out of commission, and it's also buried in the studio, and my son is living in the studio, so that's a little conflict there of interest. Okay, I'm not going to jump over him to get to my sewing machine. He's at work, but that's beside the point. Okay, so I'm going to get started on this, and then we'll see how it comes out. Thanks so much. Okay, so far what I decided to do was go ahead and put these little pieces on, but I made them like pockets, and I went ahead and stuffed them, as you can see, with fiber fill, and then I will go ahead and glue them down, and I'll do that right now. Let me do that while you're watching. Sorry, my hands are in the way. Because I did want to give it some dimension, and this was the only way I could think of to give it that dimension, was to stuff these pieces. Be careful if you're using hot glue, because again, it is extremely hot. If you're younger, please have someone older assist you, because this stuff burns really bad, as we all know. And just hold it there in place. I got some really bad glue sticks from a big name store, and surprisingly enough, usually the dollar store has the best glue sticks. I never have an issue with them, but the bigger name store that has a craft, not really craft department, they dismantled their craft department years ago, and I got some bad glue sticks there for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so there we go, and that gives it a little bit of dimension. You can kind of see, bring this up, see that it looks poofy now. That's really nice. I like that. And I'll do the rest to the other two pieces. I also wanted to mention that I made the star, and I wanted to show you how I made that, because I know stars can be tricky. When I made the template for the star, what I started out with was, I hope you can see this, it might be a little blurry. I made it look like a little stick person. That way I could draw around it. I wanted this to be a puffy piece, so it would go with a puffy tree. So I made my line, my main line, and then I made lines branching out from it, and then I made my puff around it. And then when I cut it out, I changed it, as you can see. And then from that, I came up with this. And then I went ahead and stuffed this as well. And this is my star for her head. And then I took a, I didn't show you beforehand, but I call them twiggers. It was from a box that was probably holding a doll in place, or it comes inside packaging. And these were clear, and they were the long ones. And I took two of them, and I measured around Maggie's head, and I just put them together. I twisted them together, and then so you wouldn't be able to see them. They're metal. They're plastic coated metal in here. I covered them with this green, and it fits on top of her head very nicely without, you know, I might trim that. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I might trim the inside of this, and then I'm just going to put the star, attach it to the top. I'll keep playing with it. But anyway, so that's what my plan is. Anyway, I'll put it on there somewhere. I'll keep playing with it, like I said. I don't want her to look like a doctor. All right, that's what I did. But I know, like I said, stars can be tricky. So you make your star how you want. I made a 5-pointed star this time. You can make a 6-pointed star if you'd like. But this is what I came up with, and I didn't want it to look like a starfish. In the cutout, it looks like a starfish. It doesn't look so much like one here. All right. Okay, so I wanted to show you what everything looked like after I got it finished. Here's her headpiece, and I did trim the inside of that out so that it's a lot thinner, as you can tell. And all I did was glue on the star, and I put a little bead on the top of that. That turned out pretty good. And then here is the dress. But before I show you the detail on the front, I wanted to show you that what I did was I put an extra piece, I'm hoping that you can see this with this lighting, on the inside here. I think I have some strings. I put an extra piece of oh, this is just oh, okay, this is being pushed in because of the stand. An extra piece of felt on the inside. I just cut 2 strips of about a little over 2.5, about 2.5 inches wide of the green that matched this green, because I had 3 pieces of this green felt that I had purchased, and I cut them to go inside, or cut them and then I glued them one on each side of this tree, and I glued them on the inside. Here's the back. She's on the stand, so it's a little bit squished there, but you can kind of get an idea of what this looks like. And then what I did too is I went back, because the beading and everything is a little bit heavy. I reinforced. I just put little patches to reinforce the inside of these little tree branches on all of these, because then that way it'll give them a little bit more reinforcement. Alright, so that's, and then I put straps, thick straps this time, so the dress just slides on and off. And then I have this Velcro that just, it's really heavy duty Velcro. I don't think it'll just pop off here. I can't really open it, but you can kind of see it right there, that I purchased, and you just cut it. It's really cool. You just cut it and adhere it. It sticks. It's great stuff. Whoops, her hat fell, or her little thing fell off here. Okay, so this is the front, and here's those pillowed pieces, and I just put the trim along the front. Arms sticking out, that's okay. See, it still wants to bend in a little bit, but that's okay, because Christmas trees kind of have a mind of their own anyway, and especially if it's an artificial tree, they have a little bit of a mind of their own. And she's got those little shoes on, and Zach Sketch actually made these shoes. They're really adorable. They have a lot of detail, and I don't think you can really see them in this light. I'm trying to get them so you can really see them. They have a lot of detail in them, and I don't know if you can really catch that detail. They've got 2 little buttons, and then he put all these little straps across them. They're really cute. He made a pair, and I made a pair one night. We sat here and made those. They're really adorable. Okay, and here's, so you can see the pillowed piece here, and then here is a longer pillowed piece, and then the top little one. And then the pom-poms, there's 5 different colors, and then the bead work right here. It's a little bit, I glued it in the middle to kind of give it a little bit more strength. It's glued on each side and then in the middle to kind of give it more strength too. Okay, so that is the finished product, and there is Maggie. She looks adorable. She's so cute. Alright, thanks so much for joining me while I made this, and I hope you make one of your own. Take care. Bye-bye.